All right, our number one story on 7 at 7 comes in on the intolerance debate that has once again been reignited amidst a rise of lynching cases across the country. 49 celebrities, citizens, academics came together to write to the Prime Minister stating that there is a rise in lynching cases, that attacks on minorities and Dalits have quadrupled. Is this concern or is it just fear-mongering? Take a look at this report.
The intolerance war making a big comeback. 49 celebrities united to take on the government, claiming rising cases of hate crimes, lynchings and use of Jai Shri Ram chants as a divisive war cry. Renowned signatories including Adur Gopalakrishnan, Shyam Benegal, Mani Ratnam, Anurag Kashyap, Aparna Sen, Konkona Sen and Ramachandra Guha reached out to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, urging him to ensure that dissent is not crushed and minorities are not targeted.
No one has the right to brand any of us or any of the signatories or anyone dissenting as anti-nationals. We are simply doing this because we love our country. We are raising our voices against the secular fabric of our country being ruined.
There's no view. The letter is self-explanatory. You can understand.
While the signatories claim they have no hidden agenda, the BJP claim political vendetta to malign the Modi government.
This thought was going on for quite some time. Bharatiya Janata Party, the main opposition here, they are just trying to take the advantage of the position and they are trying to create more chaos.
उनका सोच कभी एक सेलेक्टिव तरीके से उसको प्रस्तुत करते हैं, तब इसके पीछे एक राजनीतिक सोच होने का ये बिल्कुल खुलासा हो जाता है.
While the opposition cornered the government, the centre pointed out its statistics, claiming that communal violence has actually gone down sharply.
मैं माननीय मंत्री गृह मंत्री जी से पूछना चाहता हूं कि पिछले 5 साल से जो देश में लिंचिंग हो रही है, इसमें कितनी एडवाइजरीज आज तक गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से स्टेट गवर्नमेंटों को किए गए हैं और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने इनके खिलाफ कितनी कार्रवाई की है?
It is evident that these unfortunate incidents have happened under state governments run by the parties with different political affiliations.
Despite a clamour over rising hate crimes, many such claims have fallen flat. Allegations of communal attacks in Unnao, Gurugram and Kanpur were found to be false.
These celebrities also spoke about the fact that Jai is used as a weapon to terrorize people. They also said that the Prime Minister speaks about mob lynchings in Parliament, but nothing happens after that. Aishwarya Paliwal reporting from New Delhi for India Today.
Meanwhile, day after Karnataka's Congress-JDS coalition government collapsed, the BJP has started preparations to form the government under B.S. Yediyurappa. Sources tell India Today that Yediyurappa is waiting for the decision on resignations of 15 rebel MLAs before he meets the governor. Meanwhile, caretaker Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy has sought the disqualification of rebels. Look at this report.
It is the victory of the democracy.
He's the BJP's ultimate comeback man in Karnataka. 14 months after his short-lived stint as CM, B.S. Yediyurappa is eyeing a fourth term as Chief Minister. His party, however, is not rushing things. It's been a day since the Kumaraswamy government was voted out in the assembly, but the BJP hasn't called a meeting of its MLAs to formally elect the next Chief Minister. Nor has it met the governor staking claim. Sources say the BJP leadership is waiting for the Speaker's decision on the resignations of Congress and JDS rebel MLAs. The rebels are likely to move the Supreme Court again for clarity on their resignations. Caretaker Chief Minister Kumaraswamy has sought the disqualification of the rebels.
Already we have given submission to Speaker to disqualify them.
While the Congress and the JDS are dithering, BSP MLA Mayawati has expelled her party's MLA N. Mahesh for abstaining.
I saw in the print media that I am I was expelled from the party for disobeying the Behenje's order. It seems she has tweeted to me to vote
vote in favor of the coalition. She did tweet that, yes.
I didn't see that. I didn't know that.
Once again, Congress today met the speaker and pressed for the disqualification of the rebel MLAs so that these MLAs would not become ministers in BJP government. Nagarjun Dwarkanath for India Today.
All right, let's get you up to speed with the latest developments. Joining me on that is my colleague Nolan Pinto. Nolan, after the hectic activity of yesterday, the coalition collapse, what can we expect tomorrow?
Well, in fact, today there was a lot of deliberations that actually took place in Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa's residence. There was talk that mostly he might be sworn in either tomorrow evening, that is between 3 and 4, or on Friday at around 4 o'clock. But things have actually gone a little bit slow because we are told that the BJP Parliamentary Board first has to take a call, and there are certain legal issues that they are actually deliberating upon. That is the role of the rebel MLAs, the disqualification issue. One of the reasons why two senior BJP MLAs, Basuraj Bommai as well as Madhuswamy, rushed to the Speaker's chambers in the morning after meeting Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa. They say that this topic did not come up, but sources say they did ask the Speaker about that. So that is one of the things that we'll be looking forward to. We're also told that the Legislative Party meeting of the BJP could take place tomorrow. This is but depends on what decisions are taken at the BJP's Parliamentary Board meeting. An observer is also expected to arrive in Bengaluru from Delhi to take stock of what really happens in the LP meeting. And after that, when he is elected as their when he's elected as the leader of the LP, the Legislative Party, that is when they will actually approach the governor. So we just have to wait and see what really takes place tomorrow.
All right, thank you for joining us, Nolan. We'll come back to you for more updates. Meanwhile, after losing Karnataka, all eyes are on Madhya Pradesh, where the Congress is heading into a coalition government. Chief Minister Kamal Nath has now dared the BJP for a floor test. In fact, the Saffron Party was left red-faced after two of its MLAs voted for a penal code amendment bill in the Assembly. Sharad Kaul and Narayan Tripathi of the BJP voted for the government. In a 230-member Madhya Pradesh Assembly, Congress has 114 seats, just two short of majority mark. Two MLAs of the BSP, one from the Samajwadi Party, and three independent MLAs are supporting the Kamal Nath government.
पिछले 6 महीने से रोज भारतीय जनता पार्टी कहती रही ये अल्पमत की सरकार है, रोज कहती रही ये सरकार जाने वाली है। नेता प्रतिपक्ष ने कहा हमें इशारा मिल जाए फौरन सरकार चली जाएगी। मैंने उन्हें आमंत्रित किया कि विश्वास प्रस्ताव आज ही हो जाए, उन्होंने स्वीकार नहीं किया। आज ये जो मतदान हुआ है, ये मतदान केवल एक विधेयक पर नहीं है, ये मतदान बहुमत सिद्ध करने का मतदान है। और इस मतदान में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के दो सदस्य हमारे नारायण भाई और शरद भाई ने भी कांग्रेस का साथ दिया है।
ये 5 साल भी सरकार चले, अगली 5 साल भी चले। हम सदन में भी बोला, बाहर भी बोल रहे, कमलनाथ का पांव अंगद की तरह है, जम गया।
All right, leader of opposition in Madhya Pradesh and BJP leader Gopal Varga claims that Kamal Nath government will fall in 24 hours if the parties number 1 and number 2 just give the signal.
अगर नंबर 1 और नंबर 2 चाहेंगे तो मध्य प्रदेश में सरकार कैसे गिरेगी?
अब ये रणनीति का खुलासा यहाँ नहीं होता।
सर, आपने अंदर सदन के अंदर कहा कि अगर नंबर 1 और नंबर 2 चाहेंगे तो सरकार 24 घंटे के अंदर।
भाई, जिस तरह से इस बात को कहा गया पूरे अभिमान के साथ, चुनौती के साथ कि गिरा के बताएं, फ्लो टेस्ट करा लें, ये है वो है, तब मुझे कहना पड़ा कि हम अकेले तय नहीं करेंगे, हमारा नेतृत्व तय करेगा कि हमें क्या करना है। तो स्वाभाविक रूप से हमारा नेतृत्व तय करेगा तो फिर हम उस लाइन पे आगे बढ़ेंगे।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने कोई विधेयक का विरोध ही नहीं किया। लेकिन अभी 2 विधायक कोई सवाल ही नहीं था। 2 विधायक उनके साथ
डिवीजन में 2 विधायक उस तरफ गए, उनके खिलाफ कोई एक्शन होगा?
Let's quickly get in a comment from my colleague Hemendra, who's joining us live with the latest update. Hemendra, ever since the collapse last night of the Karnataka government, all eyes shifted immediately to Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Give us the latest. Kamal Nath confident. What happened in the assembly today, where somewhere down the line, when it came down to the Penal Code Act, the vote of 2 BJP MPs went to the Congress. Give us the latest.
Well, it was some sort of an anti-climax of sorts in the Madhya Pradesh Vidhan Sabha today, because the day's proceedings started with the leader of opposition, Gopal Varga, threatening the Congress government, saying it could fall within 24 hours if there was a signal from the top 2 leaders of the party. Kamal Nath responded saying he's ready for a floor test, and by evening there was a division on this penal code amendment bill. This division was sought by the BSP MLA Sanjeev Kushwaha, and out of a total of 230. There is an effective strength of 229. The speaker doesn't vote. 228 is the actual strength of the Vidhan Sabha that went for voting. The Congress had 114 minus the speaker, that is 113. 2 BSP MLAs plus 1 SP MLA and 4 independent. So their strength was 120. But when the votes finally happened, the Congress got 122. Narayan Tripathi as well as Sharad Kaul of the BJP voted for the Congress party. So it was a sort of anti-climax. The BJP left red-faced at the end of it, because during the day they were threatening the government, saying that they could dislodge the government within 24 hours. But Kamal Nath, showing his floor management skills, his parliamentary experience, eventually won the day for the Congress, and has, in fact, for the next, till the time the next session of the Vidhan Sabha is convened, ensured that the Congress party-led government remains stable in the state.
All right, Hemendra, appreciate it. We'll get back to you for more. Meanwhile, we're going to shift focus in this bulletin to our next big story. After heated verbal discussion between government and opposition, the anti-terror UAPA bill has been passed in the Lok Sabha. Ruckus ensued on the floor of the parliament when the bill was introduced. Home Minister Amit Shah, AIMIM MP Asaduddin Owaisi had a heated exchange of words over the bill. Owaisi lashed out at the government, terming the bill as draconian and susceptible to misuse. Congress staged a walkout after demanding the bill to be sent to a joint select committee. Leading the government defense, Home Minister Amit Shah proclaimed that the bill will fix the loopholes that were exploited by terrorists like Maulana Masood Azhar and Yasin Bhatkal, and the government will ensure that the law is not misused.
Now, as the law present stands, if I am called a terrorist, I can only be called a terrorist after a court convicts me. It cannot be on the basis of the feelings of the government or on the mere suspension. I have to be given a judgment by a court of law, then only I am called a terrorist. Now, what this government is doing, bona fide, they don't have any bona fide. You suspect on your feelings, you call X a terrorist, and there are not many legal consequences. Social ostracization, police knocking at 2 a.m. in the morning, the area people telling please vacate the flat or the house because you are called a terrorist. And what is the procedure, madam? 35, in 35 section 30 the government says we'll call you terrorist. 36 I appeal, the government rejects it. Then the government forms a review committee, the review committee rejects. Where is the independence?
इसके खिलाफ अपील करने के लिए सबसे पहले सरकार को आवेदन करते हुए ओवैसी साहब बैठे, उन्हें कहा सरकार रिजेक्ट कर देगी। ओवैसी साहब, सरकार ऐसे नहीं चलती, अफसरान बैठते हैं। आपके माध्यम से मैं कहना चाहता हूं, अफसरान बैठते हैं और अफसर ये सरकार या वो सरकार के नहीं होते। फिर भी चलो मान लो सरकार के दबाव में अफसरों ने, सरकार ने निर्णय किया, तो उसके पर रिटायर्ड हाईकोर्ट जज के नेतृत्व में एक रिव्यू कमेटी है जो इस पर विचार करेगी। और अगर वहां पर भी रिव्यू कमेटी, ओवैसी साहब ने कह दिया, मान्यवर की रिव्यू कमेटी रिजेक्ट कर देगी। अब अपील भी उन्होंने कर दी, जज भी वो बन गए, परिणाम भी उन्होंने घोषित कर दिया। क्यों रिजेक्ट करेगी? भला ठीक नहीं है तो हाईकोर्ट के जज किसी के इशारे पर चलेंगे? हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे सारे ये जो टेररिस्ट के खिलाफ जो सारे कानून आप लाते हैं, ये यहाँ से नहीं, पार्लियामेंट्री जो स्टैंडिंग कमेटी जो हमारे सदन के एक अंग होते हैं, सिलेक्ट कमेटी, ज्वाइंट सिलेक्ट कमेटी, इसमें भेजकर थोरो इसको स्क्रूटिनी होना चाहिए, एग्जामिन होना चाहिए, उसके बाद ये सामने लाइए, हम सब इनका समर्थन करेंगे।
All right, our fifth story on 7 at 7. In a big terror admission, Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has owned up to the Pulwama attack. Speaking to reporters during his US trip, Imran tried to convince the world about Pakistan not being a terror haven, but ending up admitting that Jaish-e-Mohammed operates out of Pakistan and is spreading its arms in India. The Pakistan Prime Minister further admitted that Kashmiri locals radicalized by JEM were involved in the Pulwama attack in which 40 CRPF jawans were killed. This is not all. Imran even admitted that Pakistan lied to the United States for 15 full years on nearly 40 terror groups operating in Pakistan. He said that no Pakistan government before his had the political will to disarm these groups. Interesting, even as he makes admissions in the interview, the Pakistan government so far has not taken any credible action against Jaish chief Masood Azhar, despite India providing ample evidence that Jaish-e-Mohammed handlers from Pakistan were involved in the Pulwama attack.
Pulwama, what happened in February last year, it was clearly an indigenous thing. It was a Kashmiri boy radicalized by the brutality of the security forces. He blew himself up. But because this group claimed responsibility, which was in India as well. Jaish-e-Mohammed was operating in India. But Pakistan suddenly came in the limelight. So even before this had happened, we had already decided that we would disarm all militant groups in Pakistan. And it is in Pakistan's interest, I repeat, it's in our interest, because the country has had enough of militant groups. Pakistan is now determined, and normally it was said that the security forces patronize the groups. The security forces, we would not be disarming them if the security forces were not standing behind us. Until we came into power, the governments did not have the political will, because when you talk about the militant groups, there's still about 30 to 40,000 armed people who have been trained and in some sort of a theater who fought either in Afghanistan, maybe in Kashmir. So we were the first government who has now started disarming all the militant groups. This is the first time it is happening. We have taken over their institutes, their seminaries.
All right. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddys raining sops on Andhra Pradesh after passing a law seeking 75% reservation for local youth in private companies and industries. Now the Jagan government has passed an order for free electricity to SC/ST. The Andhra government will enhance the benefit for providing free power from 100 units to 200 units to SC-eligible households. This decision will add an additional 2.82 lakh SC families and would burden the state exchequer by 107.24 crores per annum. All right, to break down the possible ramifications of this populist SOP floated by Jagan Mohan Reddy, I'm joined by Ashish. Ashish, will you break it up for us in terms of sheer number and the burden on the state exchequer?
Jagan Mohan Reddy, during his Praja Sankalp Patyatra before the election, had made several promises under which the government is fulfilling now and passing order to fulfilling all those promises.
Ashish, I'm going to come in because we seem to have an audio connect problem with you. We're going to try and rectify that. But let's move on in this bulletin right now. Let's move on to our next big story that we're tracking at 7 at 7. Our story number 7. Now, Sourav Ganguly has raised some serious questions over the selection of Indian teams. The former Indian skipper even went on to advise the selectors to pick a team that is best for the country and not just to make certain people happy.
Team India's selections and selectors have often been on the receiving end. Now, former captain Sourav Ganguly has put them under scrutiny, seeking more consistency while selecting the squads in all three formats. The teams for the entire tour of West Indies have been announced, but Ganguly doesn't seem too pleased. The former left-handed opener tweeted, "Time has come for the Indian selectors to pick same players in all formats of the game for rhythm and confidence. Too few are playing in all formats. Great teams had consistent players. It is not about making all happy, but picking the best for the country and be consistent." Even after Kedar Jadhav was dropped from the playing 11 during the World Cup, he has made the cut in the ODI squad against West Indies. Ajinkya Rahane has been included in the Test team, but was once again ignored for ODI. Young Shubman Gill failed to get any takers for any of the three squads. Ganguly did not hold back and further tweeted, "There are many in the squad who can play all formats. Surprised not to see Shubman Gill, Rahane in the one-day squad." Among those who are available for selection with no injury and workload concerns, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant and Ravindra Jadeja are the only 5 players who've been selected to play all 3 formats on the tour of West Indies. Ganguly surely makes the right noise when he says that selectors should rather think what is best for the country than to make some people happy. Sports Bureau, India Today.
All right, so in this entire selection controversy, to get us more input on it, my colleague Rahul Rawat on the phone line. Rahul, what is it that Ganguly is saying and what exactly is happening? Can you give us a perspective on this controversy that has erupted?
Well, Preeti, there are a couple of things that Sourav Ganguly has pointed out. He wants, the selection to be more consistent. The players should be given a fair run. There were a lot of changes in the middle order. The selectors tried a lot of players just before the World Cup. To be precise, 11 players were tried at that number 4 position from 2017 Champions Trophy till the World Cup. So obviously there are things that he wants in place. And secondly, and the more pertinent issue is when Sourav says that the selectors should not take decisions to please somebody. Rather, they should select players on merit. The best for the country should be kept in mind. So obviously, there's we have to read between the lines. Obviously, he's pointing out a few things. And selection, it cannot happen that you have the same set of players playing all the formats. But yes, there has to be some consistency. The players should be given a fair run rather than making changes, one after the other. So that breaks the confidence of the players, and also a sense of insecurity creeps in.
All right, Rahul, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.